They say there is a mortar in Umuahia that can grind yam without fire and destroy lives without blood. 3 sisters reached for it, but only one could handle its harsh truth.
Once upon a time, in the heart of Umuahia village, where mango trees whispered secrets to the wind and women gathered under the moonlight to share stories of triumph and warning, lived Mama Ngozi, a widow known for her sharp tongue and sharper wisdom. Her 3 daughters, Adesua the bold, Bisi the sweet talker, and Kemi the quiet one, were the talk of every compound. But when Mama Ngozi fell ill with a cough that shook her thin frame, she gathered them around her mat one dusty evening. She pulled a weathered mortar from beneath her bed, its wood dark as midnight, carved with ancient marks no one could read. "This talking mortar came from my grandmother," she rasped, her eyes gleaming. "It grinds food by magic and whispers village secrets, but it tests the heart. Whoever controls it after me must use it wisely, or it will expose you." The daughters leaned closer, hearts pounding. Adesua smirked, already imagining power. Bisi fidgeted, dreaming of friends. Kemi just nodded, her face calm as still water. That very night, as stars blinked awake, Mama Ngozi placed a handful of yam into the mortar. No pestle touched it. The mortar trembled, then ground the yam to smooth swallow, all by itself. A faint whisper rose like dry leaves. The chief's wife hides cowries under her mat. Adesua's eye widened. Bisi gasped. Kemi froze. The mortar had spoken its first secret, right in their own heart. Mama Ngozi smiled weakly. "See, it knows all, but secrets are like fire. Feed it yam, it warms you. Feed it malice, it burns your hands." She coughed again, waving them away. "Test it when I'm gone. Your choices will decide who inherits." By dawn, word spread through the village like wildfire. Mama Ngozi was dying. Women gathered at her gate, offering herbs and prayers. Adesua stood tall, shooing them back. "Let my mother rest. We'll handle it." But inside, Adesua's mind raced. That mortar could make her queen of Umuahia. No more fetching water while others lounged. 2 days later, Mama Ngozi took her last breath in her bedroom closet, surrounded by her loving daughters. The village cried out, drums thumping heavy in the air as mourners gathered to share a meal from the magic mortar, feeling the love and loss together. As darkness settled in and the compound was quiet, Adesua took charge. She leaned in close to Bisi and Kemi, her voice barely above a whisper. "Sisters, Mama's gone. The mortar is ours now. Let's find out what else it can do." They all knelt around the mortar, eyes wide with curiosity. Adesua dropped in some dried fish, and suddenly the mortar hissed softly. "Whoa, Mama Chika is planning to steal Neka's husband with a love potion." Bisi clapped her hands. "Mama Chika? The church woman?" Adesua grinned wickedly. "Exactly. Tomorrow I tell Neka. She'll owe me forever." Kemi frowned. "Sister, Mama warned us. Secrets for food only." Adesua chuckled and said, "Shh, this is power, my friend. Just watch and learn." The next morning, Adesua marched to Neka's hut, her wrapper tied like a warrior. "Neka, your husband's eyes wander. Mama Chika brews potion for him tonight." Neka's face drained of color. She grabbed Adesua's hand. "How do you know? Tell me everything." Adesua puffed her chest. "The talking mortar told me. Trust me, confront her now." By midday, the village buzzed. Neka stormed Mama Chika's compound, shouting accusations. Fists flew, chickens scattered. Elders separated them, but the damage was done. Adesua walked home like a hero, women whispering her name in awe. "See," Adesua told her sisters that evening, "they fear me now. Who dares cross Adesua, keeper of secrets?" Bisi nodded eagerly. Kemi said nothing, but her stomach twisted. Word of Adesua's power spread faster than Harmattan wind. Women came begging, "Adesua, does my son lie about his wife in Lagos? Tell me if Okoro cheats." Adesua fed the Mota gossip like a hungry child, secrets about stolen yams, hidden lovers, unpaid debts. Each time, it whispered truths that shattered homes. 1 week later, at the market, Adesua cornered Ifi, the trader who always shortchanged her. "Ifi, the Mota says you mix sand in your gari. Confess or everyone knows." Ifi fell to her knees, tears streaming. "Mercy, I'll pay double." Adesua collected her coins, head high. By sunset, half the market bowed to her. "Adesua knows all," they murmured. But that night, alone with the Mota, trouble brewed. Adesua dropped pepper. It ground, then growled low. "Beware the one who listens to betrayers. Your own tongue sharpens a knife." Adesua shivered. "Nonsense," she muttered, covering it with cloth. Bisi watched from the shadows, her heart fluttering. Adesua's power tempted her too. Why beg for friends when secrets could buy them? The next day, while Adesua fetched firewood, Bisi sneaked to the Mota. She added beans, whispering, "Tell me a small secret to make Ebere like me." The Mota spun, then cooed softly. Ebere weeps because her brother gambles her bride price away. Bisi's eyes lit. Perfect. Ebere would cling to her for comfort. She ran to Ebere's hut. "Sister, I heard about your brother. Don't cry alone. I'm here." When Bisi showed up at Ebere's little hut, Ebere wrapped her arms around her in a warm hug. "How did you know? You are the true friend." Soon, Bisi's compound filled with girls, grieving widows, jealous wives, lonely traders. She fed them secrets like sweet chin-chin, each one binding them closer. "Bisi understands me. She's not like proud Adesua." Adesua noticed the crowd. "What game is this, Bisi?" Bisi smiled sweetly. "Just helping, sister, like you taught me." Tension crackled between them. Kemi watched silently, pounding real mortar outside. One evening, as thunder rumbled, Bisi tried a bigger secret. She fed the mortar okra. "Who blocks my marriage?" it whispered. "Chief's son loves you, but his mother whispers poison about your sharp eyes." Bisi confronted the chief's wife at the stream. "Auntie, why poison your son against me?" The woman gasped. "Lies! Who told you?" Bisi beamed. "I know things." But the mortar's whisper lingered in her ear that night. The pleaser pleases until the crowd turns. Friends feast on shared pain. Bisi shrugged it off, dreaming of her wedding. Kemi, the quiet one, avoided the magic mortar. Each dawn, she filled her ordinary mortar with yam for neighbors, asking nothing. Women praised her kindness, but overlooked her. "Sister," Bisi teased one afternoon, "why slave when the mortar waits? Ask it for a husband." Kemi smiled faintly. "Power isn't in knowing others' shame, it's in guarding your own." Adesua snorted. "Foolish girl, watch us shine." But famine struck Umuahia like a curse. Yams shriveled, streams dried up, hunger clawed at every belly. Women gathered at Mama Ngozi's gate, desperate. "Adesua, grind swallow for us," they begged. Adesua dragged the mortar out, proud. She poured meager yam. It trembled, but stayed silent. No grinding, no whisper. "What's wrong?" the crowd murmured. Adesua poured more. Nothing. Sweat beaded her brow. "Speak, you useless wood." The mortar hissed once. The mouth that cuts others bleeds first. Panic rose. Women turned away. Useless Adesua. Bisi stepped forward. "Let me try." She added beans. Silence, then a faint groan. The pleaser's friends devour her in need. Bisi yanked it back. Tears hot. "Why betray me?" The daughter stared, famine gnawing deeper. Kemi came forward, knelt quietly. For nights she had whispered to the mortar in secret.
not for others' fault, but her own. Show me words I spoke in anger, she'd beg. Each time it revealed her sharp replies to sisters, her hidden jealousies. She apologized at every gate, mending quietly. Now she placed dry yam inside. The mortar purred like a cat, grinding double portions, smooth, steaming swallow, enough for 50. Villagers screamed in joy. Kemi! She served first the widows, then mothers, then children. Drums beat joy. Laughter returned. Adesua seethed. How? You barely touched it. Bisi wept. Unfair. That midnight, under full moon, the mortar spoke clear to all. Adesua wielded me like a spear. Now villagers fear her, not love her. Bisi traded my voice for applause. Now friends vanish in hunger. Kemi asked me to grind her own faults. Her tongue is clean, so I serve her freely. At dawn, the elders gathered and announced to the village, the mortar chooses Kemi. She is the one, raising up her hand. Adesua fled to the city, her power a curse. Bisi begged scraps from false friends.
Kemi, her heart overflowed. Girls flocked, not for secrets, but wisdom. Teach us, Auntie Kemi. Years later, as Kemi ground feast for a naming ceremony, the mortar whispered one last truth. The quiet tongue builds kingdoms. The loud one begs at gates. Village mothers nodded, sharing the tale. And if you're a daughter chasing shine through others' pain, listen close. That mortar still grinds in some heart, waiting to test you. The moral of this story is simple. A tongue that exposes others will eventually expose its owner. Adesua spoke too loudly and lost peace. Bisi spoke sweetly and lost loyalty. But Kemi learned to speak less, listen more, and correct herself first. That is why abundance followed her. Wisdom does not shout. Wisdom survives. Now let me ask you, which sister did you see yourself in? Adesua, Bisi, or Kemi? Comment below and speak your truth. Like this story if it taught you something. Subscribe for more African folk tales that heal, warn, and guide. Because not every lesson comes with noise. Some come with wisdom.